What is going on, my YouTube friends, my Patreon friends, all my Click friends, man? How we all doing? We got a new drop that's been getting teased for a little while from 21 Pilots. This is The Line from Arcane Season 2. I don't know what any of that is, but I'm looking forward to it. Always looking forward to getting to hear some new material from the boys and on tour right now. I wonder when they did this. Man. Looking forward to this. I'm pretty sure that I saw Paul Meany had a hand in this, and I've been really vibing with his production lately. I actually reacted to one of his most recent drops, which I'll tag up here if y'all haven't checked it out. It's a really good song, man. My reaction did not pull that many views, and that's okay. But I do think that it's worth checking out because it's a really cool video. I'm going to have the link to this video, to the 21 Pilots video, in the description box if y'all want to finish watching my video and then go give them another view, man. I would really appreciate that. Got to make sure we're supporting all the original artists. And let's do this. Let's check this out. I'm really excited. My friend Dylan said it was really good.
My body's on the line now. I can't fight this time now. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line? Take a seat.
Man, the like self-defeat or like the self-reflection is heavy in this one, isn't he? And it's interesting, man. Like Tyler's got such a cool voice, such a vulnerable tone to his voice, right? Like that was almost felt like it was on the brink of shedding tears while rolling through like this like hard self-reflection almost, right? Like yeah,
Body's on the line now. I can't fight this time now. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line?
like if I cross the lines, that makes me think like if I am too much of myself, would that be disappointing? Like would me as a human be disappointing? Would you still let me come over? Would you still let me into your life if I'm just me, unapologetically me? And like it's a battle to be in, man. That's a hard place to be in.
Take a seat, but I lost the line. Take a seat, but I'd rather you not be here for what could be my final form. Stay your pretty eyes on course. Keep the memories of who I was before.
Nice melody.
So stay with me because my body's on the line now. I can't fight this time now. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line? Honestly, I thought I was fully prepared for the threshold in store. Stay your pretty eyes on course. I guess I never really faced my fears before. So stay with me because my body's on the line now. Pull the blanket tight now. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line?
Really cool, man. Again, like in the production of this, it's really stunning how they kind of build this composition, how the composition grows, right? So Tyler's vocal, it feels like extremely intimate. It feels like he's like having like a broken conversation with me. Like the visual in my head is like you walk into a room, it's dark, Tyler's sitting on like a couch, and it's just like, all right, man, like you got to tell me what's going on. and now he's gonna just start talking. Like that's what that's given me, right? On the backside or like the nerdy side of it, the beat that's supporting him, the drum kit sounds like it's like a room mic. There was one section where it was really squished off. Like I was almost gonna say that it felt like it had like very limited spectrum of the EQ actually letting through. But that could be a bunch of different things, y'all. That could be a talkback mic in the other room left on, and you can just kind of hear bleed through the wall. That could be a room like a vibe mic underneath a couch somewhere. It could be squeezed off too. But the one that's catching me is it almost feels like there's like a delay, like when you hit the snare drum and it feels like it has like a clap back to it for like a delay sequence or feedback. And I think that would be like a tape delay. So something really quick. So it's like boom boom kaka boom boom kaka, and instead of him playing kick kick snare snare, it feels like it's like an actual tape emulated delay, which is really interesting, man. Like a lot of folks will use that almost as what's called a transient shaper. So if you hit the snare drum and it's real short and like popcorny, but the sample you use is a lot longer, then you can use your transient shaper to like add saturation to that short popcorny snare to extend it to be the same length as like the sample, or maybe a room mic that has some decay to it or something, right? And I think that back in the day, they used tape delay on drums to kind of fill in some of that space. And I'm just speculating here, but that's just kind of the vibe that it's giving me. It's just really unique sounding drum beat on this, and like leave it to the boys to do that. You have like one of the most talented, one of the most skilled, hardest hitting drummers that I've seen in a long time. And like they're using like vintage production styles, whether it's a tape delay or not. They're using like vintage styles in a modern accents, like to make like a beat almost, right? It's just super neat. Super, super, super neat.
So I've never really faced my fears before. So stay with me because my body's on the line now. Pull the blanket tight now. I can feel the light shine on my face.
Double up vocals.
Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line? Please don't let them see me. Sure, there's nothing left to try. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line?
It was such a solid like crescendo and then decrescendo out with all the strings and everything that like built into that. That section got really loud. I actually had to turn it down on the capture of it, and now it's like fading back out, right? But it's so tasteful, and doing that like it's giving me like little drummer boy like concert snare almost in this beat, instead of like washy cymbals and playing like a halftime beat or something. It's just like, again, what an interesting choice, and also what an interesting pattern. Like when I expect the snare to stop, he's got like 2 or 3 more good solid strokes pause out of it too, right? And it's just like, again, not something that my ear would anticipate, or like my quote unquote producer brain would anticipate, but like it fits so well in this project.
If I cross the line, if I cross the line,
Really nice piano line. Really nice piano line. Yeah, man, this is a cool one. Someone's gonna have to tell me what the Arcane season 2 is. Must be like a show or something. Oh, they got a music video coming too? Oh, I'm going to have to definitely check that out. Definitely going to have to check that out. But moving piece, y'all. Some about Tyler's voice just makes me feel like I want to give the guy a hug. And that probably wouldn't help. But it's just, that's what it instinctually does to me, man. Really cool piece. They do such a good job of capturing the emotion in Tyler's voice, And whether like my interpretation of that is like me asserting my experience into the lyrics, like I'm sure we all have our own tale that we could pull from it, but either way, man, like that's what art is, right? Like it inspires something, it pulls on an emotion from the individual, right? We can all Music is when this isn't a me quote, but music is what is when we can all feel our own feelings at the same time, but like separately. Like you get to feel your feelings, I get to feel mine, right? And I would say that this is one of those pieces that like really, really steps into that realm, if that makes sense. But I've been rambling, y'all. I've been rambling. I thought this was beautiful. I'm going to have the link to this video in the description box, y'all. Please go give it another view. Please go show the boys some more love. And take care of yourselves out there, man. We'll see you on the next one.